One day when we were walking home, he just told me, I think you can be a very good coach. We just sort of on a story, a two story, and I think you can be a very good coach. There's a game I gave a walkover because they came late. I gave a walkover. It was just that's the time now we started treating them the actually basketball players and not just the guys. So one coach who said that when they're coming to watch you, they already know you're good. The only thing they're looking at is how you relate with your teammates, how you take instructions, how you relate to the referees after the call, how are you taking your subs when you get subbed, how are you your body language. Seeing them graduating is actually my trophy. That's how I win. Whatever they win in the court, that is theirs. Went direct to the embassy together with the girl, trying to see what happens for us to get the passport because we did not have the passport. Exactly. So talk to one or two guys there, definitely involved Kush and also Mike.
Yeah.
And they told us not to worry, the girl will have the passport before she leaves.
Hey.
And true to their words, on the same Friday, by the time I'm getting home.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Collins Odhiambo, and welcome to another episode of Hoop Diaries with Collins, where we're all about stories and journeys shaping the Kenyan basketball. In fact, the African basketball. But tunaanza home kwanza. So today, I'm joined by another friend of mine, a coach of ZTech Sparks, Coach Obi, one of the greatest coaches so far in his level. He's been able to win almost everything. Premier League tu nimebaki, but as I know him, that is not his goal. His goal is about developing the athletes. So we're going to dive into his story, into his philosophies, into his experiences. He had a great player called Medina who is now in the States. We're going to talk about that also. And I hope you guys enjoy the show, get value, and remember to subscribe. We are about to get to 1,000 subscribers, but less than 100. So if you watch this and you get value, please subscribe, Jama, subscribe. That is one way you can support the show. Other than that, twende kazi bana, tuingie kwa episode.
Collins on the mic, take that journey inside.
Yes, Mr. Coach Obi, how are you doing?
I'm good, my friend. I'm good, Collins. Niko fiti kabisa, nashukuru man.
Hiyo ni mzuri. Naona uko na merchandise hapo bana. Sijaonanga hiyo jacket bana.
This is a big team, man. This is a big team.
Naona bana. Hiyo ni jacket mzuri sana. Hizo ndo zile zilikuwa zinaitwangwa college jackets. Naanga poa bana.
College jackets, yes.
By this sijaonanga hiyo jacket. It looks good bana. Inakaa poa bana.
Thank you. It's a merchandise. 2025 the Sparks.
Nice. Those are things people can buy.
They have not gotten to that nini, but by December zitakuwa.
Yeah, because actually hizi wasa wanaweza buy bana. Zinakaa poa. Zinakaa fiti sana. Yeah, bana. That is good. Anyway, so number one, thank you for coming to our show. We are so happy, and I'm so happy and honored to have you on the show. Again, long-time friend, teammate at some point, na saizi, one of the best coaches naweza sema saizi in Kenya because we've seen the results, Yeah, so as you get into this story, into your diary, first things that I normally like to understand is, who is Maurice? Can you tell us about your upbringing and your journey to, starting to play basketball?
Yeah. Maurice Obilo. Born in Karachuonyo, it's Homa Bay County, and came to Nairobi. Mi ni mtu wa kuja Nairobi. I just came after came to Nairobi when I was in class 7. So stayed in Kawangware, but I was a footballer. by the way. I played
Ah,
football
yeah,
up
most
to
of us.
almost all my. So I played football almost all my high school life up to around maybe from
Mm,
Tundio. I started getting interest in basketball because I was staying around people who were playing the game.
the
So I
game,
used to,
yeah.
when we were in holidays, we used to go to the court together. And that is how I got interest and started playing the game. And I remember the first person who introduced me to basketball was Jojo Gola. Jojo Gola
Mm.
is, I think, is Ben's brother. Yeah.
Mm.
We came one day in the court and started dividing people with ages. How old are you? Go
Mhm.
to this level, this place, this place. And that's the day now we started training basketball and introduced us to basketball for like a year. Then Namake picked up. And that's how my basketball journey started.
Nice. Wow. So you just went to the court. This guy came, like splitted you guys into different age groups. Na hapo ndio ukaanza. Where was this basketball court?
It was in Kawangware, Waldo. It was still open. It was just a floor with gyms. And that is how I started my game. Actually, we were just playing at Waldorf. We have three basketball courts, the
Mm.
same place. Then at the
Yeah.
end, there is a big place, big open space. But right now,
Yes.
they have built some offices there, a big
Yeah.
open place, and that place that's where we used to play. The guys who are not playing basketball, we just get a ball and pass around and do all those things
Yeah.
as kids, you know.
Yeah.
And when he came that day, I realized he has a lot of kids, and it was around I think 3 p.m. and just decided he wants to work with these kids. So he called all of us at the center court and divide us into different age groups, 14 to 17, 17 to 20, and 20 to 23. And then that's how we started training basketball. Uh, and that's how I got into this game.
Wow. Hey, interesting, man. Interesting. I always like those stories. Just to know how, you know, somebody started playing basketball. So, how can you describe your experience at Hope Center when you started playing basketball? How was your experience all through when you've been playing at Hope Center since you started?
For the first 2 years, it was rough, to be honest. It was very
Mm.
rough because it's something that I didn't love
Yeah.
at first, and I was being forced to train. And the coach was very harsh, making sure that you don't miss practice. And I was staying around Waldo, and these guys,
Mm.
all of them knew where I was staying, so you cannot miss practice. So they will even come for you in the house. we're going, we're going to practice, and
Mm.
this guy could shout. Coach George was loud, I'm telling you.
Mm.
It was very rough the first year. The second year, I started playing Kidogo, and now
Mm.
Namake picked up, and Namake was aggressive. George was loud.
Mm.
Namake was aggressive,
Aggressive,
extremely
yeah.
aggressive, to make sure that we're doing the right thing. So the first
Mm.
2 years before I understand actually what I was in for, it was
Mhm.
rough. It was rough. Then that's after that when we just have a chat. And Namake is a very good friend of mine even now. We hang out sometimes. He's an old guy that I normally reach out, talk to about this
Mhm.
game.
Yeah.
So it's somebody that I still hold dearly.
Mm.
So I can say that apart from him being very aggressive on us and on me, to say
Mm.
he was a father at that point,
Mm.
and I think that is why I stayed in basketball. That 1 year that he came in actually
Mm.
made me think differently about the game and the coaches were handling kids.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. So it's like I like what you said there. He was like a father. So he was strict, he was aggressive because I've seen him coach. But you also knew this guy cared about me, cared about me as a player. So that actually helped you like stay in the game, because I see that actually, even me looking back, that the coaches that I've worked with that were strict, Ben Olude, Ajush, unajua, say they were very strict, walikuwa wananipeleka mbio, but later on I come and understand at that time, at that moment you're like, mi hata hii bake naweza wacha bana, ama naweza wacha kuchezea umse, but later on hata tulikuwa tunaongea na Ajush akaniambia, unakumbuka nikikukazia nikikwambia this thing is very simple, it is not rocket science, if you just understand what I'm trying to tell you, hizi vitu zote unataka kufanya, you'll be able to do them in a game. So I feel like it's the same thing for you. He was ruthless, he was aggressive or what, but at the back of your mind you realized, bana huyu msana ananijali bana, naona ananikazia, and you're able to, I think that is a very good place to be, manze. That is normally, and then funny thing, you come and understand it later on. Ndio unakujangu unaelewa. Yeah. So do you consider yourself, you have different ways of doing stuff. So how will you describe your coaching style? For them, the guy was loud, the other coach was aggressive. So for you, did you pick anything from them, ama you have your own way of, of coaching?
Definitely. I'll at the level that I'm coaching at, especially because I do high school and also university. These two groups are more or less the same. Because as high school I deal with maybe 13 years to 17, 18 years. And that's university, I also deal with 17 years to maybe 20, 21 years. So they are more like the same group. What I picked from two coaches, it's very interesting. From Ogola was very strict. Coach Ogola was very strict with time. Very, very strict with time. And also never liked anyone trolling court, walking, doing what you are talking when guys are doing something. He will not take a mistake on something that he has demonstrated, and certain two groups have gone ahead and run the drill. Then you come in at the third group, then you make a mistake. So he was very strict in terms of time and also concentration in practice. Namake was very aggressive. So you can see these two coaches are actually different. Namake was very aggressive. He liked guys to do things with aggression, he doesn't care when you make mistakes. So now you see Ogola was very strict, not to make a mistake. But Namake now is pushing you, very aggressive. He likes you to do it at 100%, whether it's wrong or it's a good thing. So for these two coaches, I picked the fact that you're working with different groups.
Yeah.
And you need to understand, first at the level that I coach at, you need to understand the players we are having at this time. Their understanding is different. Some of them are very slow on understanding the drills. Some of them are slow naturally. Some are very quick. Some are smart. IQ is different. So you have to be aggressive on some, very aggressive. Some you have to be very strict. I've coached players that I've worked with for a year, but they still don't understand one set. But they are very aggressive. But they are very aggressive. And I've worked with players who are very slow, but pick things like
quickly.
So what I got from Namake is, does not matter the mistakes as long as the guy can get the job done. Let's get it done. And another thing I got from Ogola is that as if you got the guys who actually can do it the right way, also make sure you put them together. You know how to marry them with the guys who are actually slow learners, for them to work together, because the guys are hard work and these other guys are actually understand the game on a better perspective. So with those two coaches, to be honest, I kicked up my coaching career looking at those guys
Mm.
books up to this
Ah,
point.
wow, nice. So just on that point, you picked up now your coaching career. So what can you say inspired you to start coaching, and maybe what influenced that decision? Yeah, acha ni coach my youth.
Yeah, I can say my coaching came again goes back to veteran Namake George. There's a time Namake was really aggressive with me. I could not handle the ball with my left hand,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember we it was at one practice session. He even chased me out of training, and he told me you have to work and make sure you can actually put the ball on that left hand. And
Mm-hmm.
I did it for like 3 weeks, coming early, training. When the team start training, I'm sitting out because I was told not to train until I
Mm.
could be able to actually dribble the ball with my left hand. You cannot do that to kids right now; they will go away. But
Yeah,
that was done to
different
that was
generation.
done to you cannot do that. So I did it for like 3 weeks. Came back, talked to the coach. Coach, I think I'm ready now. I can play. Give me an opportunity. And when he saw what I was doing after the 3 weeks, I didn't take it personal. I just came, go work, and come back very positive, and told the coach that I'm ready to actually now play the way he wants. He
Mm.
actually, after a month of me coming back into the team, one
Mm.
day when we were walking home, he just told me, I think you can be a very good coach. We just sort of on a story, napiga tu story, and I think you can
Wow.
be a very good coach. So nikamwambia, but why? Ambia, just think on that line. But to me, I think you
Mm.
can be a very good coach. Then we left it at that point, and I played for 2 more years. Then one day, he was a friend. He was a friend to a principal in Precious Blood Riruta.
Mm-hmm.
So now, this Riruta principal was looking for a coach,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "I have someone who can actually coach these guys."
Destiny helper.
And
Mm.
man, he told me when he came to the court, he told me, "By the way, I want you to go to Precious Blood tomorrow. So you are staying around here? Yes, go to Precious Blood tomorrow.
Mm.
Go see the principal at 10 a.m. She will be waiting for you. Go talk to her. Then you will
Mm.
tell me what she has told you."
Mm.
I told coach, I don't think I can coach girls right now. And there's another word that he said that still helped me until today was, you can be a great girls coach than men's coach. And
Mm.
that I've for that at that point sikuwa nimewahi coach. I was just a
Mm.
player. I was a
Mm.
captain in the team for that time.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, you can take up girls coach perfectly. So you go
Mm.
to Precious Blood. And I went to Precious Blood, and that's how I started my coaching. It took me to class. I remember I paid my first module 1 course. We did it in it was Adili, I
Mm.
think, with
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie Owino was our
Mm-hmm.
instructor, and he's
Mm.
the one who paid. He paid my course, that course, and also bought a coaching board from
Ah. Hey.
was start.
That is
So
good, man.
that is how I
What?
got into this interest came in.
Yani that is somebody, number one, I think, I believe, just as you said, as a father figure, he was able to see your potential. Yani, he was able to see what you could not see. And I believe in destiny helpers. He was brought into your life to make sure that you get into coaching, and especially, ama specifically, coaching girls. Man, that is, hey man, that is good. He took you to that school, he paid for the coaching level 1, and even bought you the board. Bwana huyu alitumwa na Mungu akasema make you kijana
Coaching kwa
wangu.
Odhiambo bado niko nayo by the way.
Man, that is dope, man. That is good. That is inspiring, manzi. Yeah, that is good. Hiyo ndo sasa yenyewe I totally agree with you. When you umesema he was a father figure, he just proved it hapo yani. Yeah, man, 110%. Man. So, what did your early experiences as a player shape you as a coach? Because you've played the league for very many years. We were teammates at some point, Apple Aviation. So, what are some experiences you've had as a player that has helped you, that has shaped you as a coach?
I can say interacting with the different players, so that has helped me so much to understand actual characters and learn how to work with different personnel. Because I played in Waldo, where we have different characters and also different age groups. And at that time, I was also again going back to my coaching. I was already coaching at Precious Blood, working with the Little Prince Academy. By the way, I'm one of the founders of Little Prince Academy.
Oh, nice.
So,
nice.
So when we started working there, that's where Cliff Gatonye came from. And so you could see the guys that we started the program with, Dennis, Sorek, Victor, Koth, are actually the coaches of the academy right now.
Nice.
It was something that I can say playing that particular time really helped me to work with all the groups, work with guys from Tani. Handling them is different with guys who actually have been brought up in a different area. And all those things actually keep me going in my coaching up to...
Which is great. Now, maybe just to share an experience, in your early days of coaching, do you have like a great memory of you as a coach? Saa zile ulikuwa umeanza sasa umeingia mambo ya coaching, a memorable experience yenye unaweza share na sisi?
Yeah, I could say, I on the first, actually I have several, but I could say two. First one was in Precious Blood, and it was not very, very, very good experience. It was it was not very good experience. I coached the team for 3 days, and we were heading to Nairobi championship, and we met Parklands in our first pool games, and I think the scores were 100 to under 20, if I could not remember the figures right. But man, those days, Parklands was fire, man. So we lost the game terribly. I really sat down and think if I really want to really coach again, for sure. Because now the girls are looking at you, they are wondering why are they not playing well like the other team.
Yeah.
And you
And they always look at you.
Just starting. You're also there, you're just starting this job, you don't even know what to tell them, And it was, and the second one was, the second bad one was the first time I took the job at Zita. Although that one I was already experienced, but it was a bad, because also Zitec, I came in July 14, July 17th, 2014. And I think it was on a Tuesday also. I trained 2 days, Tuesday, Thursday. Then we were playing Equity. Equity was still in NBA those days. And we lost that game 94-14. I have the score sheet. 94-14. We lost by 8 points. So it's when I was walking home from Railways Club.
Yeah, I remember.
When I was walking home from Railways Club, I was really thinking of quitting the job. I did think that is something that I could do. Again, went back to Namake George, called Namake, and I remember it was around town and came to Luna Park. I don't know if you remember Luna Park. We used to go there for lunch, so we went there with Namake. After that game, sat, talk, take Kakula lunch, then walked to town. And from how I started conversing with Namake all the way from Luna Park to town, that's the time I realized that I could do this job. And by the way, when I was brought into ZTech, I was brought to coach men. It's the same George Namake that told me to coach ladies. So I was brought in to coach men, and did actually push the men in 2014 together with Job Munene. We really pushed the men that time, and we won the championship in 2014. The team went to the Premier League. So after the team left the Premier League, then George was on my neck again. And now the guys are comfortable. Job is doing an amazing job with the guys. So you are needed to now focus with the guys. And at that time, the girls that were there, they were actually girls. The way you see in sounding, they were actually girls. It was now my job.
I remember them
to actually yeah. It was now my job to turn them from girls to basketball players.
Yeah,
which it was a challenge, but we did it. We did it eventually.
Yeah. I remember they used to be called they used to call themselves divas. Diva. I'm a diva. I remember them. I remember there was a Bray, kulikuwa na there's this other girl. I think she was called Vivian. Nakumbuka.
Na Chelsea Metameta. Chelsea was amazing. Amazing.
I remember. Yeah. But man, transforming that team into where it is right now. Man, hapo umechapa kazi yani vizuri sana. So I don't know. I'm trying to understand. You're going through these challenges, and then you face this hurdle. The first one in high school, the second one you've just gotten into ZTech. So I want to understand, like, in your mind, what made you decide, maybe after the conversation with coach, what made you decide I have to make this team better? And then maybe what did you do, if you can remember? What did you do? Ama, where did you start? Ukasema, okay, to turn these ladies into like now basketball athletes, I'm going to start from here because we've seen it has worked. So maybe what was your mindset, ama plan?
We had to do it, and we had to do it by all means to make sure that we actually have the ladies play some good basketball. And I remember there's a game I gave a walkover because they came late. I gave a walkover. It was just that's the time now we started treating them like actually basketball players and not just the girls. They came late, but we still had time to play. But I told the table that give us a walkover. It was a big issue because the girls went to school and coach is given a walkover, and we were there and all that. And that was done. And the following week, we trained. The attendance was not very good. And again, came on Saturday. I played few guys who trained. And it was a hard decision to make, but we had to make it at that point. I picked Nairobi League. We have cards. Yeah. Players cards. Yeah, we have players cards. So I just picked the players cards and give the ones that I thought were actually wasting our time and also wasting their time at that particular time. I just give them the cards and told them, thank you for helping ZTEP up to this level. But I think maybe your level of experience or might not help the team at this point. And just respectfully, we want to build from these young ones who are willing to actually push themselves. So you can remain as our supporter. Some of the girls, we can put them as TMs and all that, just to make sure that we keep the group around, because I was still new. I didn't know my way around ZTech so much. So I needed those old girls to be there still to make sure that that's happening. So it was very harsh, but it had to be done for the team to. And I remember that time we had like 4 girls who are actually committed at that point. So we had to start. I had to start running around getting. I even got some girls who are in Form 2 to actually Form 2 in a day school in Kayole to just play for me for a few matches as I try to get players to come in. So that's how we started working and started putting things together. There was back and forth for a very long time, maybe the whole season in 2014. Because that season I only won 3 games, by the way. I only won 3 games that season. And because of those structures, you're trying to do this, and some people are not agreeing into it. Some people are not buying into it. You're telling them actually what you want to achieve. But what actually helped me now going into 2015 was the fact that the university believed in what I was doing.
Very important.
That was they actually told me categorically, my director at that time, Mr. We call him BDM, but when I call him Moses Maina. Moses Maina told me, we give you that team because we know what you can do. We are the sponsors. You make sure that students play the right way, they have fun, but also they give results to the university. So that's what helped me to actually start shaping the team going into 2015. And in ZTech, by the way, it was tough because when I was starting, it was very, very, very funny. We had when I don't know, we'll get there maybe on my how I got the job in ZTech. I'll tell you why. Wow. But that's how we got into the girls. We got some left very annoyed, some understood, and to me, I think that's part of life. We have to move on, and we have to make things work because we cannot keep everybody comfortable. That's what I believe in. And if you actually want to achieve something, you cannot be nice to everyone.
Very true.
Nice to everyone. And those I was told by Ronnie Owino mwenyewe that for you to be a leader, you have to step in some toes, man. You cannot just lead and love by everybody.
Very true. Hapo yani, that's very true. So this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm understanding. So you go through that challenge, and then it forced you now, because you care about the program, you want what is best for the team. It forced you now to start creating structures, because I believe yani you can't have this level of success without a structure. So it forced you to implement a structure. You had the backing of the campus, that is very important. If they understand, then your program will flourish, and we've seen that. And then that allowed you now to start, like putting the parts together and everything. I don't know if you remember, but there was a time tulikuwa na wewe pale kwa Sly, Coach Sly pale why not, yeah, that court that was like in between the class and the river hapo kando. So tulikuwa tumekaa, we were there for a camp. I think there were some white guys who had come there for a camp or something. So I was out, I was also invited. So I remember you were talking, and then you told me, because you've talked about the player in Form 2. So that's what I've actually remembered. You told me that you start creating a relationship with these players kutoka huko Form 2 ka bado wako high school. You create a relationship with them so that by the time wanamaliza high school, at least it is easy for them to come and join you in your team if you want them to come to join you in your team. And I've never forgotten that. I was like, hey, huyu jamaa ako kazi, ameanza kutoka high school creating a relationship with these players. And I think even at that point, at that camp, there was a player, sijui kama ulikuwa umemleta ama I don't remember, but you are like, kama huyu tulianza naye form 2, huyu sijui ni form 3 ama ni ako high school huyu. And I remember you telling me, you have to create that relationship with them, sio tu we ni mnoma na kuja na kurecruit, no, naanza kukuonyesha like, structure zetu, this is how I do, this is how I coach. So by the time mtu yeye anamaliza high school, afikiri mahali pengine pa kuenda juu Coach Obi amekuwa na yeye kutoka kama ako high school, which I took it, niliweka chini hiyo, nikasema hiyo sitasahau. That is actually the best way to go. So man, now let us go into you building programs and impact, even though we've touched on Little Prince a little bit. So you've co-founded Stalin Sports, and you've also worked with organizations like Beyond Sports, Noga Sports, KS. So what drives you to be part of these projects or these programs that actually help grow the game of basketball?
Yeah, I'm a co-founder in Starling Sports and also sports director at Starling Sports. And I do a lot of also coordinating for us to keep our events running. Noga, just mostly event coordinator and also a coach. I work with their programs to coach their athletes. And Beyond is also another program. Actually, Beyond is a very, very good program. They don't shout a lot in media, but they help a lot in the country. So they have kids right from primary who are in school supported. So it is something that I can say for sure that it's really, really helping right now. So I've worked with several programs. A year or two ago, I was also working with One Die for All program. It's a program that train kids and also mentorship, and they also take things through religion, Christians. So that's also another one. So I've done quite a lot to the game up to this point, and I'm still doing that. The programs, like as you have said, I support most of this academic just by the showing up if they invite me to just work with them, talk to the kids. Because there's nothing much we can do apart from just showing up, talk to the kids, maybe work with them a session or two, and also create that relationship that you have just talked about. Help me to actually continue running the program. Even when I'm having like a Beyond camp or a Noga event, remember the same academies are the people will also bring kids to those programs. So if you don't have good relationships with kids, with the guys working in the academies, you might not be able to reach those kids successfully. So I think also us working on that chain help reach a lot of kids. And remember, most of our academies comes from our slums, and which most of the kids there come from very humble backgrounds, and those are the kids that need help. So if we shy away from connecting with them, we might be actually losing the point of the reason why we're doing what we're doing at this point. So that's why. And again, the reason why I normally go, like what you have said, going to high school, going to those academies, it's because the programs that I'm actually competing with to get the players have been there 50 years. I've been there 50 years. So when the players come out of the high school, we already have that rapport. But also as a coach, I normally advise the parents and the kids that are close to me according to actually what is best for the kid. That's really key. Me coaching is not about the truth. Somebody changed my life, and I want to change as many lives as possible. So when somebody wants to take medicine, ZTech does not have medicine. You cannot tell that kid, come and do business.
I get your point.
You sit down with that kid. The kid wants to play for you, and they know it is okay. You want to play for ZTech and all that, but you will still play for me. I'm still coaching. You will find me in a club somewhere, but you go and take a course that you want. Yes, so that later on you can actually, and I've done that several times, and that's why I coach in Loreto, but I have only, for this point, I only have one Loreto guy. And as you can remember, the UN team that brought problem in 2019 and a bit of 2018, that was all Loreto. That was all Loreto. Those are my kids. So you can see that we don't just, because those kids wanted to take law, some of them want to do engineering. If we don't, we are not honest to these kids, because I want to win. I know I will still win the games. It does not matter, especially when you do right. It does not matter the personnel that you have. You will still win games. So that honesty is something that I've actually helped my program consistently. Right now, this is my 10th year, and we have been climbing every year as much as we don't get the best that we think we should get, but we still compete at the Premier League level. I have a development team at Division 1, also doing very well at that division. That's honest and being true to what you're doing. It's what actually has kept our program running up to this point. You cannot compete with these other programs. That's the truth. Because they have been there so many years. Remember, for me working with kids, one thing I've learned that for you to actually have your program running successfully, you must get the trust of the parents to the program. And these other programs have actually managed to do that many years before we started our program. So it's just a matter of convincing one at a time, according to the kids that we pick, graduate, become successful. Those are the stories that we tell. Like the kids we started with, I've graduated 39 up to this point under scholarship. And all of them I can actually account where they are at this point. So it's something that pole get the parents understand, get the parents, believe. And I've had a quite a good number of programs that have already believed in what we do because they have seen their kids, who picked their kids. And just to mention maybe something that we might not talk about in this needs that ZTech scholarship. It's not really about sports per se. Yes, the owner of the university really wants to give back to the community because also he also got to where he is today because of the help of some people. He was not the person that he is today. So some guys hold his hand and put him where he is, and he feel comfortable helping one or two kids. It makes feel like at least he's giving back to the community, and that's why we do what we do. We give, yes, talented kids. Right now we have rugby, we have football, both men and ladies. We have basketball, volleyball, we have netball. We have almost all the sports. Drama is crazy. So we are doing all this to make sure that the kids that comes to our program lives better people. And I even I've graduated one, but I still have another one in my program. You should come and talk to the girl. I have a girl that we picked that was being forced to get married.
What?
At 17 years old. So
What?
It's alitoroka home, and we have a parent akamuhost. Even right now that parents ndiye anamuhost shule ikifungwa. So it's and the girl is about to graduate and I graduate next year. So you can see that actually the scholarship is not really about rent. She's good. She's playing good basketball right now. She's really happy with the team. Yeah. So sometimes we say that you can get 3-4 who are good, but help 1 or 2 who are needy. So that is how we run our program.
So so I'm so happy that you've mentioned that because it's clear you're not just about oh kuja I want to win as a coach. I'm just thinking of my win because man nimefurahia umesema hiyo because that is how I look at things also. Even now as a teammate to somebody, especially the young players, I'm not worried about playing time or what. And I even told them, and that's why we have a good relationship with the young players, like even in our team. I told them, for me, raha yangu ni useme, when I was playing with Kolo in this team, Kolo taught me about spacing. Kolo taught me about making a read. Kolo taught me about my shot, finishing, something. Because I feel like if you are a coach and the only thing you're thinking about is winning, then the focus is on you. It is not on the player. And I feel what you're saying is really true because you can see it on the court. The players develop, the players are able to balance school and sports, and they're still able to perform in both areas. It means there is a program, there is a structure they are following, and that is how you are like nurturing them to be better people in the society, just the way you've said, because they'll go with the same principles when they step out of the campus. And I love that. Manze, umeongelea story ya it is about the player. Scholarship is about the player, making the player a better person, helping them actually. Because I've that is, oh man. So imagine me taking a player and just anataka kufanya nursing, but because anataka nichezee naambia you come and do accounting. That is just, you're wasting her time Unaona, just because you are thinking of yourself and your victories. But I like what you've just spoken about right there, and that is the way it should be. Unaona, we focus on the players. We focus on the players.
What I believe in most of the time is that if you do it the right way, like you have a kid who wants to play for you, but you feel like when they're playing for you, they will actually not get to their full potential in terms of academically, and you advise them otherwise. Imagine even the average player that you will get will actually push you so high because you've shown that kid that you being here is not because you're good. It's because this is opportunity that you can actually use to become better. And in ZTech, with all honesty, I think it's the only program that we don't mention. We don't keep reminding kids about, we have given you scholarship, or you have to do this, or you have to do that, or you have to do what. We don't. We bring you in the court, and we have a chat between player and the coach that, listen, you are a student athlete. Your first priority here is academic. You can miss layups, and you will not be chased out of scholarship. But if you fail in class, your scholarship will be taken away. So your priority here is actually
academics.
So you have to make sure that you're in class. And right now, out of my 20, I have 24 girls, both Division 1 and Division and Premier League. So we have 12 in each division. And out of all those, I only have one who is not a student who graduated and refused to leave. But the rest are all students in ZT.
That is good. So it's all about
that is how I feel proud to having kids play, study, and some of the kids that were picked, by the way, are some kids that were not able to fit to other institutions in terms of maybe their talent and in terms of maybe.
Nice. So, as we are still on this topic of coaching, so I would like maybe if you can describe to us in brief your coaching philosophy, because I feel like, or I believe, most good coaches or great coaches have a philosophy. So, what is your philosophy as a coach?
I believe a philosophy is something that a coach believes in, and a coach should actually insist to instill in their students or athletes, basketball players that is working with. And to me, I just recruit to my system players who are hard workers, aggressive players. Because my system and my philosophy first is I play very high tempo basketball game. So I need guys who are hard workers. I don't need guys who are so skilled and lazy. I don't think they can help me. So I need guys who believed they can do it. Even if you yourself, you know they cannot do it. And it's one coach who said that when they're coming to watch you, they already know you're good. The only thing they're looking at is how you relate with your teammates, how you take instructions, how you relate to the referees after the call, how are you taking your subs when you get subbed, how are you your body language. So those are the things I look at for the kids to come into my program. So my philosophy as a coach is to first just to make sure that I have good students, good listening students who can actually listen, because I want players who understand the game, I want to players who actually play high tempo basketball game. That means from defense to offense, from offense to defense. And players who are students, not students in school, but students of the game. Students of the game, players who are willing to listen, players who are willing to learn each and every day. Then players who are go-getters. Players who are go-getters, players who want something. No, they don't just want to sit there. They actually want something. So I really build my philosophy around the kind of players that I have. And also, I believe that at this level, you cannot have the same system every season. That's one belief that because I have, let's assume this year I have like, for example, like Christine. Christine is very aggressive, very athletic, can shoot the ball, can play post, can guard, point guard. She can do like everything. Then we can create a system that actually help Christine to play the way she plays.
Yeah.
But next year, I have players who are short, lazy. I cannot still use the same system to actually play and win games, thinking that I'm still having the same group.
Yeah.
At the club level, you should have the same system because you recruit the ones that you want, you recruit the level that you want, you recruit the skills that you want. But at the university level, unfortunately, you actually create system every season according to the group that you have. I am we in ZTech, I believe we are one of the best shooting teams in the Premier League right now. And how we are playing, how we played last year and this year is actually totally different than how we played the previous 2 years. So it tells you that we actually switch according to the personnel that we have.
Wow.
When we are around 2023, 2023 playoffs, or at that season, 2022-2023, our offense was driving into 5 out because everybody on the floor could shoot the ball. So as we are running transition, our transition was driving up to 5 out. Then we start playing from there. We look for the post when we're supposed to. We'll go for that face cut, paint touch, get the ball to the paint, let them come in, kick it out. Because you had guys who could shoot the ball, like all 5 of them.
Yeah.
Now, after that group, we came into the group that I'm having right now. Yes, they can shoot the ball, but we also have very good low post players. So you send them out on a transition, you're actually taking away their strong point. So you arrive on offense, they go direct under the rim, and we play them where actually their strong points equal. And that time, that's how I create my system each and every season, depending on the personnel. To be honest, I don't stick to one system every season.
What can you say are some of your proudest moments as a coach of female athletes?
I can say I have several occasions that I was really proud of the program and also myself. First, I've given you an example of a kid that was supposed to be married off at 17 years. We had 2. One has already graduated and working. I won't mention the name because it will not be good. So that's make me proud. And actually, I'm always on my kids' graduations every year. That's make me the seeing them graduating is actually my trophy. That's how I win. Whatever they win in the court, that is theirs. But when they graduate and I see them in their gown and everybody's happy, their family is there, and these are some of the kids that didn't even believe that they could get to that level. That is what I can say to me. is actually my proud moment to see these kids actually
Graduate.
achieve. And one big moment was actually getting Medina out of Kenya. After all drama that went through it and all that.
I remember.
Later on,
Man.
guys. So it's the Medina one was worse. I'm telling you, that kid
Yeah.
would go to the embassy without even me knowing, go miss a visa, come back moody. The girl is crying 2-3 days in hostel, does not come to practice, does not attend classes. We just have again to go back, talk to her, encourage, allow the kids to go to class again. And that's why I'm telling you the scholarship for ZTech is actually not really for playing, because if it was any other institution, I don't think they could have keep up with her.
Yeah.
Some of the times she was really, really messing up because she took a program, went to the embassy without the university knowledge, got disappointed, got depressed, and now she's actually costing a university. She's not going to class. She's not coming to practice.
Practice.
So those are some of the, and guys came out and say all sorts of things.
Yeah.
I'm happy that eventually everything happened the way it happens.
Yeah.
And the girl is very happy where she is. Very committed. Still encourage the rest who are here. Still very good friend of ours. Still asked questions from here. So that's some of the big moment you can say, because I remember even when we got the deal for Mississippi for her, I was reading the comments somewhere and guys were asking, and the very senior guys were asking, this time atapata visa? And we were just, and those guys who are asking those questions are some of the guys actually took that girl to the embassy without our knowledge.
Why do they do that? Like, for them to have the glory amanini? I don't understand sometimes.
For Medina case, I think it was about glory and also to be, lack of a better word, some guys were also looking to make some money with it, which is very unfortunate. And when this girl came to me, there were 3 guys walikuwa na handle, and I keep off story yake ya could travel kabisa. Me, I was just dealing with that class because Medina was taking a finance account in ZTech. She was done by the time she was leaving to US. She was done with a diploma. She was actually supposed to go to degree. Even her grades in ZTech are what have been used to be given a degree in States. So yes. So this girl was a little bit confused. I was hands off, only thing talking about academic in ZTech and basketball in ZTech. Until it reached a point now I could not take it anymore, because every time I'm going for a game and the girl is moody, she doesn't want to play. What's the problem? Nani has said, Nani has done, Nani has this. So we got into a point that we just had to bite the bullet, and whatever will come out of it, let's push this girl to the greater heights. And I asked her, I remember asking her on a phone call when she went to the last interview and she was denied. I asked her, and surprisingly, these guys picked this girl from the village. The school was actually closed on the last interview that she failed. She was picked from the village, taken to the interview, got denied. Then later on, became now my problem. I'm the one who's, I don't know, I was the one working in the embassy. I'm the one who does not want her to go.
Manze.
I was the one denying the girl. So, and the good thing that the student understand that we had all our blessings for us to live. And when we talked on phone and I asked her, really, do you really want now me to help you? akaniambia coach, nisaidie manze, mimi hao watu nimechoka, niko na vitu mingi. Ananiforwardia messages, some guys are talking bad, and they're senior guys by the way. That's very unfortunate. Guys who have kids, and when this era that the way kids are committing suicide, you might say something to someone,
Yeah.
ajinyonge usiku
Bwana.
tena issue ingine. So when we took up the issue, and I just one day in Nyayo talking to Abel and Abel's son, and Abel told me, by the way, coach, niko na atafikiria I can connect you to somebody. Let's help this kid. And Abel came up with several institutions that we could approach, and we settled for Mississippi. He's actually the one who suggested those institutions. He has been outside there. He understands what happens outside there more than me. So he suggested. We got into conversation with Mississippi. We told them exactly how the kid has been up and down about all these things. And they were very clear. They really want the kid to go there, but they don't know how. Okay. So now the how goes back again to us. How are we going to get this kid to get a visa? The papers to be straight. Then came these guys were Foul and One. Then the guys of Foul and One came, and we were chatting. We were just chatting outside Nyayo after I think a game. And they told me, by the way, when you were working, you were working because I also work with Twende. You're working with these guys, and these guys, Kush can actually pull some strings and see if we can get this girl to move. So you could see that actually most guys really wanted this girl to
Yeah, manzi, hata mimi nilikuwa nataka bana.
When I approached Kush, and the answer was very simple. Coach, I didn't want to talk to you about it because the issue is all over, and I didn't even know who actually handled the girl. But I think with the good documentation, we can actually try and see if we can get the girl to leave the country. And I started documentation. We did right from Mississippi to her high school to ZTech, all the documents that needed, right from VC to academic department. We had an envelope of documents. And we even flew from Kenya to Ethiopia to actually meet one of the guys to take us through one or two things that actually need to be done. And that's why we played shaky at the playoffs last year, because that time it was like we were running up and down to make sure that the papers are right. So from Ethiopia, came back in. We have all the documents ready. Now the kid was supposed to go for the interview on 28th of August, but the classes were starting on 28th. So radio 28th is already late. So now we are looking at how can we bring this interview forward. That's when now Mike Finley came in. Mike Finley, NBA Africa. So we talked to Mike. It was very helpful. We talked to Mike, and Mike, I don't know how he did it, but he did it. He made, I think that was on the 18th of August, and he made a call that day, and the interview was brought from 28 to 20. So went after that. I was out, I think, for the university games. So he took the girl himself to the embassy.
Nice. What?
He took the girl himself to the embassy, and whatever happened. The girl got the visa, and I remember that's the first thing when she left the embassy, just immediately at the entrance called and said, Coach, nimepata. Asante
Hey.
sana. Asante sana, Coach, nimepata. Nikamwambia, I
Mm.
told you, it was just about time now for you to leave. And
Mm.
immediately got the visa. Those guys booked a ticket for Saturday. That was on a Tuesday. For Saturday, is
Mhm.
supposed to leave. And these guys are saying the passport will be ready in 5 days' time. So even the flight they are booked on Saturday, we might not get the passport by then. But
Yeah.
these guys want this girl to leave by Saturday.
Mm.
So again, we are crossing our fingers here, man, to make sure that we got the
Ah.
the passport back before Saturday. I remember I went that weekend. I was out. No, actually, I was in a burial of my niece in
Mhm.
Noma Bay. So
Mm.
I came back on Wednesday. Yeah, actually on Friday. I came back on Friday,
Mm.
and that Friday went direct to the embassy together with the girl, trying to see
Mhm.
what happens for us to get the passport because we did not have the passport.
Mm.
Exactly. So talk to one or two guys. They are definitely involved. Kush.
Mm.
There are also Mike,
Yeah.
and they told us not to worry, man. Not to worry. The girl will have the passport before she leaves.
Hey.
And true to their words, on the same Friday, by the time I'm getting home, they were actually at the hostel gate giving the girl the passport. They took the passport to her themselves.
Wow, hiyo ni Mungu bro. That is God.
That's why
Hey.
I'm telling you, when I see guys actually talking, give guys the guys who worked behind the scene are not even talking, and they did
Mm. I
amazing
did. Yeah.
to get the girl.
What?
So when you see guys talking about all these things, you just wonder. But that was the journey, and
Mm.
it's a long story. I just made it short so that we don't talk too
Mm.
much. But
Mm.
it's a long story about that girl leaving the country, and that is one of my proud moments
Proudest moments.
when I
Yeah.
was with her at the airport, and she's actually and the whole institution was proud. I'm telling you, it
Yeah.
happened that it was her birthday also,
Ah.
and the birthday cake was cut right at the middle of the university with all staffs present.
Nice. Ah,
All
man.
staff present at the middle of the university. Everybody was joyful. Everybody was joyful. And
Blessings. What
that
a
from
blessing.
that place, that's the time now we took off
Hey.
to the
Man, that is good, man. That is good. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. And people are just talking here. Hey, 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 hey. Me, but then I was. The only time I remember I spoke is when Madina was on Fowland One, and she gave a side of the story, and I was like, eh, sasa majamaa mlikuwa mnaongea, you don't know what is happening. Ndio hiyo sasa because such things, man, you don't know what is happening behind the scene. So at times it is just better if you don't talk about something that you don't understand. You see, now you've given us a breakdown of the story of how everything worked. Some people that you didn't even know that were actually involved. Mi sikujua Kush ama Abel, Mike Finley, at they were involved in this. But now we get to know, and these are the guys who are they are quiet, they're behind the scenes, and they're the guys who are able to pull the yeah, and they did it. They're able to pull the strings together, and now Medina is enjoying a dream, man, living a dream. Now she's performing well, she's playing basketball. Hiyo story ni mzuri, man. That is good, man. That is good. Yeah, it is true. Zitek is about hiyo scholarship ya Zitek. It's about the player, and it's clear. You see now they were celebrating her when she was leaving, and everybody was happy for her because it's all about the students. That is good. Now, guys, if you're watching us up to this moment, we're super thankful. Tunafurahia sana. I'm enjoying the vibes here. I'm enjoying what I'm hearing, the stories and the experiences that coach has had. So if you've gotten value, any value to this point, make sure you subscribe. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm at 900 and something. So tuendelee tufike 1,000 subscribers so that we continue growing the channel. If you have a coach, a player that you want me to feature on the show, please let me know. You can reach out on Instagram, hapa kwa comment section. Let me know, because the whole purpose of this show is sharing people's hoop diaries. Okay, so you get into their stories, and liwe liwalo, there's something that you learn from their stories. And at times it's also just good to hear how somebody came up, So if you get value, subscribe and like, comment, and all that great stuff. So now we want to go into the second last part, where now we want to talk about communication and motivation. So I'm just interested because I've seen your players play. Hey! Watoto venye umesema tu high tempo wanajisukuma, and these people, I came to understand that players play for the coach. If you are a good coach, they know that you care about them. They actually play for you. They'll play their hearts out for you. And I've seen your players, they play tough, wanajisukuma, wataki kujua nani ako mbele yao. They play. So how do you communicate with your players? I'm interested, especially with girls. How are you able to effectively communicate with them, and especially when things get tough, to keep them going?
Yeah, I'll say communication start from practice. Players play the way you coach. You coach them hard in practice, they will come out very hard. But again, starting my journey, also several coaches, again going back to Namake, and also Ronnie Owino, head coach, Stratton, also told me that for girls, you have to deal with emotions, which is one thing that I understood right from the word group. That at the ladies level, you're coaching emotions. If you're working with men, you're coaching egos. So so now when when you just need to know how to toil around with the emotions to make sure that they understand you are actually, yes, you're pushing them, you're shouting, but you are actually for them. So their motivation starts where somebody does something good, you fight them. Somebody gives you a call, even late at night, they have an issue, you listen to them. You might not solve it. You listen to them, and you actually tell them it's going to be good. You just make sure that you do A, B, and C, and don't stress yourself too much. You just encourage. You make sure that you are a father like me. Somebody already done that for me. And that's the reason why I'm here. Another thing is also just making sure you are in their life, right from the school to the basketball to their outside life. Because I pick my kids right from their parents. No player in my team have not gone to their house. No player in my team. I pick them right from their parents.
From their parents.
I talk to their parents daily. It's not, a player cannot lie to me easily. Talk to their parents daily. I know their background completely. I know this one really needs this one really needs this. Players, even ukipatia 99%, even 100%, even the transport to come to school, they will not have. So those are players that you see, you go extra, you give them maybe that 100%, you give them hostel. Hostel has meals. Then maybe we have a kitty that give them some token. So if that player gets a certain amount of money every month, so that the girl is comfortable buying one or two things for girls every month. So that's already a motivation. See that this coach really cares. I spend most of my December going through these kids' houses when they are at home.
Hey,
Start with Nairobi.
That is good.
So it's a purely nini relationship that we build together, and they understand also what I want, and they also understand that what the school wants, because we always tell them we cannot pay ZTech for what they have given us. We cannot.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
thing we can do is to put a good name outside there for the institution. And how are we going to do it? We give our all. And as I always tell them, I don't care about the scoreboard. Does not matter. They will win 102, but I'll shout at them at the changing room if they did something wrong. They will lose 102, but I will congratulate them at the boardroom if they did something good. So those are some of the things that the kids should know, that we don't only care about beating a certain team. No, you care about doing it the right way. Okay, if I see someone yelling to the referee, we will fight. We will fight. See someone yelling to the teammates, we will fight. So they just need to know that they are a family.
Yeah.
And you are there for them. The institution is there for them, and what they are being given is what the institution can get. Maybe the other guys are telling you, you know me, I'm getting 100,000 every month, but that 100 you're getting, that's what they can afford. As we are giving you also what
We can
afford. And what we can afford is that what we have given you. Okay?
Yeah.
And the good thing with us, I sit on the scholarship board and also the discipline board. And when we talk about, I talk to kids at the high school, I can be able to tell them you're gonna get this percentage, and that is what they get. We are not telling them you're gonna get this and you're getting this. No.
Empty promises.
That is one thing. Yeah, so if I tell you you're gonna get 50%, it can only go higher, it cannot go low. If I tell you, and again, I give percentage according to the background. Most programs give percentage according to the skill level. That's the difference. There is a kid who is very good, but the parents can even pay the whole fee. You get to conversation with the parents and let them know there is somebody else who needs that 100%. You can actually give them 50 and give the other one 100%, because they can actually afford to pay the whole fee. See? And get one kid can pay hostel, the other one cannot. So you just get into conversation with the parents and tell them, listen, I know we will support you maybe later on, but for now you can start by paying the hostel. Let's give this other one a priority. And you don't tell them Bantia Kuna, it's equal, but we only have one or two, and we have these other kids who are very needy, who need those two. So I think from being honest and being open with the kids right from their day one in practice, that's, I think, one thing that I've developed the trust, the confidence in what we do, and also make me push them without them actually breaking down, or also start thinking that one hour never or something like that. So those are some of the things. Definitely, there are one or two guys who will walk out not happy because not all the kids I've got in ZTech have graduated except two, and those two have not graduated because of their own problem. Their own mistakes that they could not handle with the institution, and it has nothing to do with the basketball team. It has nothing to do with the team. It has nothing to do with me. So those are some of the things that we have. Another thing that also gives them confidence in ZTech, we have actually a lawyer specific
nice.
for women athletes. Ako na ofisi to
Nice.
make sure that the contract that the institution give the kids are up to date. If any kid gets a contract outside, including the Medina one, she goes through it and tell the girl this is wrong, this is good. You can go through with this, no, but tell them change here and here. See, also that's also another thing that give them confidence. The actually institution, we don't have very good facility. And the guys who are outside might not feel like coming to Zite because you will come see where we are training and you feel after sasa wana train wanapi. But now when you're inside, some of these things we don't want to say them publicly because you will get kids coming because of the benefits. I have been getting hardworking kids because they came in, they liked the team. They never came in because what they want to get.
Yes, exactly.
That is why we have high tempo kids like all 9 years through. We graduated like last year. We lost. I have 13 in the league and we lost 7. All 7 graduated, got into other teams, and we are back to 0. Promoted my junior team, and at the Premier League, we are still competing. So it's something that I can say that is what gives them the confidence, and that's being truthful right from the word go. 1 is 1 and 2 is 2. There is no 2 ways about it.
There's no 2 way.
Very interesting. And I like that. You're keeping it real. We are not giving you empty promises. You come into the program knowing exactly what you're going to expect, and that's the way to go. So that we are not. This is somebody's life. This is somebody's kid. So usimdanganye, usimweke na mahopes ziko. So just be truthful, and your program now is growing. Now is a system that you started from scratch, and now it is able to grow. So now on our last segment, I just want to talk about your vision for basketball, for your team, legacy, and maybe even some advice. So what is your vision for youth basketball in Kenya?
Yeah, it's something that I'm already doing just to see kids actually getting better each and every day, and not only about basketball. And I remember I've had quite a lot of conversation with the guys who are working with kids at the early age about them insisting also these kids to actually concentrate also with their studies, because whether we like it or not, at the Kenya setup, somebody must have good education for you to actually have an easy path. Few guys have made it without education, but those are just few guys. No, those are just few guys. So we need to also encourage kids to go to school to study, and they can balance. And get the good grades and get their basketball good also, so that the basketball they use it as a tool. And it's something I say each and every practice session. At the end of the session, we normally have a chart that we have a word every day. A word that, like, let's say, theme of today is offense. So when we say the theme of today is offense, we talk about, yes, we'll talk about defense, talk about offense, but at the end, when we are finishing, we have a something about offense. Offense can do what into your life? How can you relate that offense with your life outside? So it's something that we do each and every session out in our practice. And I believe it has helped kids to actually realize themselves and realize what they can do, not just in basketball, but also outside there. So it's, to me, I wish to see kids playing good basketball. Like you have watched our under 16 playing in TZ right now.
Yeah,
we have seen at class 6, 7, 8, Trixie, Chelsea. Some of those kids are kids like Quinta, a child, kids who are just just the other day we were in class 7, 6.
Yeah,
And
man.
right now are doing amazing work. And shout out to the academies, man. We have Slums Dunk, Little Prince, we have Faber,
Yeah.
we have academies, Korokocho, we have another academy. You see, Hoop for Kids.
Yeah.
We have academies in Kisumu. These kids like Adili doing amazing work. They
Yeah.
just have to emphasize on that academic part to also give these kids a platform. So
Opportunity.
if we can go that direction, and love for another thing, we need to appreciate each other. We need to appreciate each other.
Yeah.
At any
So
level,
competition.
appreciate. Believe me, the basketball will leave it in Nyayo. You play the last whistle, the game is over, my friend. It's whether you win or lose. And there's one thing that one of the parents who does not even play sports, did not even play sports, always tell me, coach, you know, hii game yenyu ni ngumu kuwatch because nikikuja one has to lose. Unajua si kama ile tunapenda football that we can draw sometimes. So if you don't win, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
You know,
You are promised to go home with one, win or lose.
With one, you either lose or win the game. So it's something that we really need to appreciate. Guys who are doing amazing work with the kids. I'm really humbled, and I always say it wherever I go that Little Prince, Slums Dunk, Faber, Adili in Kisumu. We have Hope for Kids in Korokocho. We have amazing programs that are actually building kids. Then who was also my students in ZTech doing amazing.
ZTech, yes.
So it's you could see that guys are doing what they could do actually at their space. The only thing you need to do now is to actually embrace them, encourage them, and let's have all of us working towards something. See, call these guys and ask them. Faber and Slums Dunk always getting very good point guards. How do they do it? Okay. Adili have just got their first bunch of their kids. The kids are amazingly aggressive. Those kids can die for you on the court. So how do they do it? Because not all of them were born that way. You see, in Olympic the same. Those kids believe that hao ndio wanoma. Hiyo ingine unawaambia hiyo ni yako. So how do they get those kids to that level? You get them to a forum, talk to them, let somebody do one or two things. Let's just appreciate everybody with what they're doing. Because believe me, you don't know everything.
Yeah.
You don't know everything. There's some coaches who are very good on defense, good on offense, good on set plays, special moments. All those coaches are there. And for the coaches I played it, even Coach Ben, equity coach. There's one thing I picked from Ben was full court press.
Yes. Alikuwa anatokanga hizo slides after kila zoezi.
I'm telling you, Ben will press hata akiwa na mama wa 75 years. He will still press. I'm telling you. He loves a team that can run. And you could see it in equity just 1 year. Change. Now they're just playing like the Ben that you know. See? So that's his system. That is what he loves. And if you feel like you want such things in your team, you talk to him.
Yeah.
You talk to him. How can you get your team to get to that level? Veteran Ronnie Owino systems.
Yeah.
How to do 1-3-1, how to play 1-3-1, how to do what. Go and sit Ronnie down. And Ronnie likes basketball. He will tell you, even if you are his opponent, He will tell you everything he knows about this game. He doesn't care he's talking to who. You see? Talking about aggression, life skill, Namaki. Talk to Namaki Joy. He will actually help you on all those things. You see? So if you see all those guys, how to handle girls better, George Mayeng. He has been in this game for the longest, coaching girls. But the longest I can remember. And all his ladies teams have been doing amazing.
Yeah, they've been performing well.
Yeah, so you just need to know what does he do to actually make him a better. Me, I've never sat somewhere and say, Ukolo hafai kunifunga. Ukolo sasa. I always sit where I am and look at my team and how I'm gonna make that girl better and how when she graduates. And I remember, and this one, I was talking to TM Equity and TM was standing when I was playing the playoffs last year. I was literally, I'm warming up and I'm telling them number 7, number 8, number 15, number 14, wamemaliza. So wewe waangalie. You have an opportunity to talk to them, see if you can offer them something, let them, because at the end of the day, now these are my opponents. These are my great opponents. So, but at the end of the day, we also looking at this kid getting a better opportunity, getting into a better play, also having an opportunity for ourselves.
Yeah.
And me, I'm very happy. And I always tell them, you go to the next team, when ifunge 40 points, takugotea tuende nje tukunywe soda. I know that you're working. I know that you're working. Yeah. So that's my take.
Man. Very interesting, man. It's all about the players. It's all about the players. That's what I've picked really from you, which is awesome. It's all about helping the player get better, get to the next level. And then for basketball, it's all about developing the game. We are not in a competition. We are supposed to collaborate. That's why for me, it doesn't matter. I'll bring anybody here that I feel I can add value. Unajua, na tunakuja tuna share. You know, I'll post this online. Anybody will get some good information. It will help you somewhere, well and good. It's all about you collaborating, working together, and basically trying to grow the game. So guys, if you're still with us up to this moment, asanteni sana. This has been a great episode. And just to close, I'm going to give you some quick fire questions. So you just give me the first answer that comes to your mind. So this is something that I added, and I feel like it's fun. It's a great way to close the show. So number 1, a favorite quality of a player you want to play in your team. Like the quality moja akikuwa nayo inanifurahisha as a coach.
Aggression.
Nice. One word your players will use to describe you.
They put a video online. That's the other day, man, describing what I normally tell. What I normally tell them when I'm mad. But one word is you need to play for us or play for the opponent. Man. Decide.
Nice. Last question of the day before you give us your closing remarks. So, what is one thing you want to impact in your players through your coaching?
Believe, man. They need to believe in themselves. The kids I'm coaching are coming with a very humble background that most guys actually have left them, knowing that they cannot achieve anything. So the job that we're doing is not only to coach them, but to make sure that they also believe in themselves. Some of the stories you cannot say on camera, but we have kids that actually strictly depend on as dependent on the program to actually get them to where they are today. So believe, man, my word to my players every day, they need to believe in themselves, see themselves greater than the way they are today.
Very nice, man. Thank you so much for coming through to our show, Coach Obi. It was a great episode. I really enjoyed myself. Kila kitu imeflow tu vizuri, and man, I'm so happy for you coming to the show, for what you're doing with the girls, for what you've been able to accomplish all the way from where you started. Ukichapwa na 80 points mpaka saa hii unafika finals na una represent. So man, and you know the impact that you've had in different lives. So we're just praying that your program grows, ZTech grows, the players that you are working with grow, and you know, go outside there, come back as alumni, and even, you know, support the program even more. So man, I'm happy for you. Keep on doing what you're doing, and you know, to close the show, you can just give us your last remarks.
Yeah, my last remarks will go to the coaches, all the coaches, especially the coaches who are coaching at my level, the younger coaches who are coaching at the high school and also maybe at the college. Let's actually get these kids and believe in themselves, understand the reason why they're in your program, and also let's run real drills that relative to what we are going to play. Let's run drills that actually, because I've had challenge with most of the kids that we get into the program. The kids are very good, but getting them into now starting to play as a team becomes a little bit difficult. So, so my encouragement and also challenge to the young coaches, the level that I am, it's just let's just try and run the drills that actually relate to how we want the kids to play. I think that's what really help us. I'm coaching at the high school, so I know I've been working with Loreto for like 9 years, and all 9 years I've won a region. I've been in the national semi-finals, and I remember in Embu 2018. We are only two teams that are the nationals who don't give scholarships, who are in Loreto and Alliance Boys. Loreto does, but the rest of the teams are the nationals who are schools that give scholarships. And we are the same as both teams. So could say that you just need to believe, be realistic also as a coach. Don't kill yourself because you're going into a game. You know that your kids are not much to that team. You lose, then you go into pressure. Lastly, is this one goes to, I don't know. It's personal for it might touch the other guys personal, but let's try not to discuss other coaches with your students. It's really brings a bad picture of you. You think that you're becoming nice to them. It brings a very bad picture of you. When you're talking about the other coach, talk about what they do well. See, when I'm talking about Ben in my practice, I'll definitely tell the girls, you know, the equity will come pressing, because that's what Ben does. We'll come to Coach Ronnie Stratmore. I'm playing Stratmore. They will change defenses like 7 times in one game. So when we are talking in practice, we are talking about those defenses. What are they likely to bring off a basket, off a free throw, off a steal and a basket? What are they doing? All those things. So try not to discuss other coaches
negatively,
especially negatively. Then also let's avoid partying with our students.
Very nice. Very nice, man. That is a very good point.
These are old women. The guys who are coaching at the club level. Me, I'm still coaching up to. I have a kid who is my student, Quinta Chayo, and playing in the under 16. She's still under 16. That's unfortunate that she got out of high school early. So mine, I cannot even go. We cannot even think. They cannot even go out because that age is very young. But when you're coaching at the club level, and even at the university, we have guys who are 19, 20, 21 years old. They go out. Let them do their thing. Don't be involved. Don't be involved. It's also something that, because when you never know, me, I've never taken alcohol, but I can see I have friends who drinks. So I know when you drink, you can say anything. You can say anything, you can be anything. And when you start talking, you most probably you might not be able to control yourself. And you might say things that these kids will be looking at you like, that was coach. So I think is one thing that I got from Coach Carter.
The movie.
After he played the I think it was the national or what championship, they lost at the finals. I allow boys to go out, but he stayed and slept.
Yeah, I remember.
So it's something that I think we should emulate. And they are our buddies. They are buddies, but let it. We have some space,
some boundaries.
They must be your good friends, because they will not play for you if they are not. You guys are not friends. I started performing in ZTech because we came close with, especially 2016, with the group that I had. Kina Nancy Modoni, Lucy Mbide, Cynthia Mawero, Becky Nkata. Those were we were good friends. We could go to Nyayo, we have a game, and where I've seated, they will all come and sit. So we will talk about the game that is going on, talk about the game that is we are about to play. So that must be there, but let it end at that spot. Man, that is what I can say today. And otherwise, thank you so much for hosting me.
Yes.
Thank you very much. My name is Maurice Obilo, head coach ZTech University. And whoever is watching as a student, you're welcome to ZTech, man. ZTech, we love our athletes. We love our athletes. We share all of us.
Yeah.
And that's it. At the end of the day, also, we play good basketball. Apart from loving our students, we play good basketball. Play good basketball. I believe we are the second university in the country to play in the finals.
Yeah.
Since independence.
So, that is good, man.
That is good. That is an accomplishment.
Telling you, and we have several. The university level, we have won everything.
I saw that poster. I saw a poster of you where they had put those accolades. What, man? That is great, man. That is
the only thing we have not won in the Premier League, and we're not worried about it. Because at the end of the day, it has never been a goal.
Yeah, it is about the students.
It's never been a goal.
It's about the students.
Thank you.
Asante sana, man. Asante sana for coming through. This was great. This was fun. So, guys, until we meet again next week for the next episode, remember, man, your game, your responsibility. Keep writing in your diary. Keep working on your game. Keep elevating yourself. Get better on and off the court. Okay? And for the coaches out there, let us work together. Let us focus on the players, not just on the wins. Okay? And to make sure we are creating the next great people of this country, okay, or even just the globe. So we are trying to impact them on and off the court. That is our goal, just like Coach Obi said. Okay, and also like the idea that we involve the parents so that it's it's easy to work with them with the students or even the players. To all the guys who have academies out there, keep up the good work. We are developing the game. we're helping players learn these skills early. There's some things that I see now kids doing. Like yesterday, I watched the under 16 boys, their game versus Tanzania. They're able to run sets, they're able to make decisions. I mean, their offense, their defense was even somehow better than even some of the teams that are in the league right now. It's because of their training, and they're being guided on what to do. So keep up the good work. Coach Obi, asante sana. And till next week, guys, remember your game, your responsibility. It's your boy Collins Odhiambo, and for me and from Coach Obi, tunasema peace, goodbye.
Yo, lace up the cats, it's that time again. Collins in the lab, letting stories begin. From the court to the mic, he breaking it down. Hoop dreams, real talk, no cap, no clown. Bounce like a dribble, mind sharp like a pivot. Life lessons in the game, he gon' make you feel it. Late nights, bright lights, goals in the fog. Every episode of Gem, welcome to the Lord. On Hoop Diaries, yeah, it's more than a score. It's heart, it's hustle, it's truth at the core. So press play, lean back, let the moment